Everybody's heard of the blooming onion. Well, today we got a blooming bologna. It's such a fun cook. It's so delicious. It's got that sweet, it's got a little crunchy. I don't even know how many people eat bologna anymore. I grew up on a farm, putting in the hay for the cows. It was a treat to go down to the little country store. There were no Walmarts and get a bologna sandwich. Let's get this recipe going. We got a big chunk of beef bologna here. I'd say it's 2.5 to 3 inches thick. What I'm going to do is come in here and cut a crisscross pattern, and you can see there to maybe a 1/2 inch from the bottom, right? You don't want to cut all the way through, or you're not going to get a bloomin' bologna, right? So be careful. Now I want to come in and I'm going to cut a zigzag not a zigzag, crisscross pattern in this bologna. You can see I'm trying to be careful, right? Don't want to cut all the way through this guy. I think we got about one more slice here. I want to make sure I hold it together. Don't mess up. There we go. Now you see what we got? Now for a binder, I'm just going to use some yellow mustard, because we are going to season this bologna up. Just rub it all around everywhere. You want to get the bottom. We're going to season everything on this guy. And then you can be careful here and just work the seasoning down in these little crevices. You know, it will take a little bit of time to do this part. Now for my seasoning, I'm going to use this maple sugar bourbon rub pork candy. Use whatever barbecue rub, sweet barbecue rub. I said this was a beef bologna, but you want to use a sweet rub, which is usually for pork. And just want to season it up, all sides. Again, use your favorite barbecue rub. Doesn't have to be this one. Now you can take the time, you know, to get it all down in all these crevices. Nothing wrong with that. But as this thing cooks, it's going to spread open, and you're going to have an opportunity to hit it up with some rub down in those other crevices a little bit later in this cook. I'm going to get this bologna over on the pellet grill. I'm going to use a pellet blend today and smoke at 250 degrees. We'll check back on this bologna in 1.5 to 2 hours. It's been 2 hours and it's time to sauce this bologna. And you can see how it's starting to spread open. And what I'm going to do now is I'm coming in with some barbecue sauce. Use your favorite barbecue sauce. It really doesn't matter. Give it a little sticky, a little sweet, just another layer of flavor. Just want to get it all down in there. I think we're doing pretty good. Now, if you'll remember, I told you in the beginning when we were prepping this bologna that you could get that seasoning down in there a little bit later, that you didn't have to worry about it too much there in the beginning. You see now it's all spread open, and we can get some more seasoning in there. Don't worry, with that barbecue sauce on here and this seasoning, it'll all blend in really nicely. I'm going to come in, that's just a little honey I'm drizzling, probably not even a tablespoon. And here I've got just a little sriracha. You don't have to do this, but I like spicy. Let's get the lid down. Let's make a mustard dipping sauce for this bologna. Now to start this recipe, I've got 1/2 cup of Creole mustard, 1/4 cup of Duke's mayonnaise. Now we've got some seasonings. 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of dried garlic. Now to offset that cayenne, we're going to put in about 2 tablespoons of honey, roughly. And then here I've got, for a little tang, apple cider vinegar. This is 1/4 teaspoon, so I'm going to put in 1, 2, 3/4 teaspoon. Little cracked black pepper, hey, to taste, right? And then we're going to follow that up with a little salt to taste. And then let's just mix it all together. Let's get these flavors all blended up, kind of married. There you have it. That mustard-based sauce is going to be a little spicy, a little sweet, and a little tart. It's been 3 hours. Our bologna's all done. Let's have a look and get it off this pellet grill. Let's have a look. Oh, look at our bologna. That beautiful color, all spread out like the blooming onion. I think it's going to be delicious. Look at those ends, all dark and charred. You just know this bologna, blooming bologna, is going to be awesome. Get this blooming bologna off of here, off this pellet grill. I'll show you how we're going to finalize it. Now to finish this bologna off, I got a little of this Hellman's creamy sriracha. Got a different color, right? It's going to look great on it. See the contrast? There we go. And then we're going to come in with a little green onion. If you've ever eaten a bologna sandwich, you know that onion with bologna is awesome. Now just look at that. Even if you don't eat bologna, you want to try it. So we're just going to come in here, cut off one of those little bologna fingers. Oh, look at that. Oh, sorry, I dropped it. They look incredible. Dip it in our mustard sauce. Yes, sirree. Look here. These tips at the end are so crunchy. And then you get that delicious bologna flavor. A little heat, a little sweet. And that mustard sauce, it just sets it off. I don't know what else to tell you. Hey, if you like bologna, I got a smoked bologna video right down below.